why you're doing what you're doing, and you may not see the effect or the impact right now, but you could see it a few months from now, a year from now, a couple years from now, and those effects will last. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aaron Ballantyne and you're watching Life According to Aaron. So in today's video, I want to talk about a topic that's called a moment of pain for a lifetime of gain, right? I had the thoughts while I was getting my hair done one day, because I noticed sometimes it's painful, right? It's painful to get your hair done. Men, women, whoever you are, sometimes it's painful to get your hair done, right? But I was thinking, that experience, getting your hair done for like an hour or two, the look can sometimes last you weeks or even a month, right? So that hour or two can lead to a week or month of decent, properly groomed looking hair, right? And it got me thinking, what other instances are out there where you have a significantly shorter period of time that leads to long-lasting effects? Another was the supermarket, when they can relate. So you go to the supermarket or you go to the wholesale, and you shop for about, I don't know, anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour maybe, depending on how much you're buying. And that moment, that 20 minutes, that hour, will last you depending on how much you shop for, anywhere between 2 weeks to a month to 2 months to 3 months. Like I said, depending on how much you're buying, right? And another example came to mind, pregnancy, when you're giving birth to a child. So you're pregnant for the 9 months, right? And then depending on the type of pregnancy you're having, when you're about to give birth, it can last for a good amount of hours, right? But the result is a baby that changes your life for the rest of your life, changes your life for the rest of your life. That is the lasting impact. So the 9 months plus the time it takes to deliver the baby changes your life, or changes the mother's life for the rest of her life, right? Another example that came to mind was a business. So you spend anywhere between, I don't know, a year and 5 years, 10 years to build a solid business that has the potential to pay you for the next 40 years, or even pays for your children and generations after you've passed and gone, right? But the reason for all of these examples, or the point I'm trying to make, is the time that it takes to put into these things, the effects of them significantly outlast the time it takes, or the time that was invested in it in the first place. So your 1 hour trip or your half an hour trip to the supermarket lasts you weeks up until months, right? But what is the point of this video? Why are all of these examples important? It's to help illustrate that the effects last way longer than the time it takes to put into them. Like the time that is invested the effects are significantly longer. They last significantly longer, right? So for example, you're grinding right now, you're working hard because you want to make that lasting, long-lasting impact, right? You want to start that business, you want to start your investment portfolio because you want it to be able to take care of you. You want its growth to either outlive you or to be able to pay for your living or your living expenses for a very long time, or even the generations after you, right? However, you might get discouraged or bogged down because sometimes you don't get to see the immediate effects of what you're doing right away when you're doing it, right? This to encourage you not to stop, because for example, if it's taking you a few months, a year or two, maybe even 5 years, you know why you're doing what you're doing, and you may not see the effect or the impact right now, but you could see it a few months from now, a year from now, a couple years from now, and those effects will last. They will last way longer than the time you're investing in it right now, especially if it's something that should sustain you for a significant period of time. Just don't stop, otherwise you won't see or even experience those lasting effects. Because if you stop now, you're guaranteed not to be able to, one, see it to fruition, and two, build it to a stage where it can sustain you for a very long period of time. Don't think about the time that you're putting into it now. Think about the lasting impact that it can have. Let me give you an example. It took me about a year to write all 3 of my books. All 3 of the books in the Pursuit series, it took me about a full year to write all of them successfully, right? And the beauty of writing books specifically is that they have the potential to pay you for the rest of your life. They're an asset that can pay you for the rest of it, because once the work goes into writing it and publishing it, all you really have to focus on afterwards is marketing and engagement. They have the potential to pay for the rest of your life. So once you're putting your energy into something that is similar, where you put it into an asset or investment that has the potential to pay for the rest of your life, don't be too concerned with the time that it's taking to do that right now. Think about the lasting effect and the lasting impact that it could have on you, right? I personally don't think that spending 5 to 10 years to set up a business or establish a business that can pay you for 30, 40, even 50 years is a bad investment. I personally think that's a good one, actually. So if it is that you're currently on that journey where you're trying to build something, especially passive income, don't think about the effects or the impacts immediately, but think about, find encouragement in the lasting impacts that it could have on you and your future generations. That's it for the video, guys. You know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to share with somebody who might be on a similar journey and they could use these words of encouragement. All right. Thank you so much for watching the video. Sun hot, but thank you for bearing with me throughout the video, and I'll see you in the next one. All right.